Hello lovely friends. So here we are in my sewing room. I'm standing at the door. Can't wait to show you how everything looks. It's a lot better than what it was. It's not perfect. There's still things I want to change. I'll show you what I want to do and show you what I have done. And yeah, come and have a look at where I sew.
I just want to first show you a little bit of what we had here before. This is my old horn sewing cabinet. This is what we were dealing with before we got started. Okay, so this is the doorway. This is where you first come into the room, and I have some bags that I've sewn. So these are just a few things that I've sewn that I take shopping, so nothing spectacular. And then up above the light switch, I have got just these little embroideries that I have done, little tiny ones. They're only little, but they're very cute. And then over here I have got, this was a kindy photo. This is my youngest. I have 4 kids. If you don't know, I have 4 children. He is the youngest. He's now 9, so this was quite a while ago. And then I have got this cabinet here. This is not the best cabinet. It is donkey's years old. I don't even know where it came from, to be completely honest. Missing a doorknob and everything. And the glass is uncleanable. It's just awful. Anyway, on top of the cabinet, I have got a globe that belonged to my brother, and somehow I inherited that. I've got a camera bag, camera box, and then over here I have just some DMC threads. This is black fabric paint that I use to paint eyes on my dolls, but I keep it up high because, you know, children. That's just a bag that I made. And then in here, ready, it's gonna creak. There we go. This one will creak too. Oh, no, it won't. Okay. So in here I have got some toys that I've made. So this is a little bug. He's got little buttons. Nice antenna. He's cute. Very hippie. Bit like me, really. We've got similar body shapes. And then I've got this little sign behind here. I don't even remember where this came from. Possibly a magazine. But it says, being creative is not a hobby, it's a way of life. And it's a brother saying. I can see brother in the corner. So I thought that was cute. I've framed it. And it lives in here. This is a little music box that was given to me, and it's very sweet. Little drawers open. It's just very sweet. There's some sewing on there and some little scissors, little pattern. Love that. Very cute. And here are some Tilda toys. This is the cat, my little mermaid, and we've got the dog, and my little blue haired kitschy girl, my elephant with the pink dress. And then down here I have got some yarns. So some of these are crochet yarns, some are yarns that I'll do for hair. This is leftover from a project. So just these ones I got to make dishcloths out of because it's sort of a flat yarn. But yeah, different yarns that I have there. In this case, I have got a quilt kit that I will do one day. And then underneath is some more threads. I have got there's a quilt kit under here. This is a Tula Pink quilt kit. Oh, I will do that one day. I will. Over here, what have I got over here? Oh, these are the letters for my pin board. This is some tissue packets. I make, well, I don't make, I get my students to make tissue packet covers as one of their projects. So they will go to school with me after the holidays. Just some notebooks and things. Down here are my pattern books. So I've got all my pattern books on this shelf. So I have got the Laurie Holt. I have some of the Missouri Star, Farmer's Wife, lots of Tilda because I love Tilda. Farm Girl Vintage 2, my Tula Pink sampler, which I've got a couple of books done of that, not many, but I really want to do that. A few more pattern books there. These are some more patterns that have been printed. What have I got in this one? This one I think is a cross stitch. Yeah, that one's a cross stitch that I've got going. So yeah, all my patterns are on that shelf. And then if I close that, so down in this one, I won't bother showing you this because this is boring stuff. This is just basically uni books and spare stationery and boring, 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 really. And next to the cabinet, I have this little tiny gap in the wall, and I have got up here, this is just another little embroidery that I've done. This is a wall hanging of Alice and the White Rabbit. And my pins are here in my pin collection. So if you want to have a look at those. So these are Libs Elliott pins, these three. This one is the Modern Quilt member. This one is from Little Moo. And then this was in a pack, I think, with this one, possibly some others. And that was, I think they came with a magazine. I'm trying to think. But this one here is the Modern Quilt Guild 10 years pin. And this one has a rude word on it. This one here. These ones are Jubbly-umph ones. This one and this one, possibly, I think are both Thimble Blossoms. I'm actually not sure about that one. That one is definitely a Thimble Blossoms one. This is another Jubbly-umph, Jubbly-umph. This one was a gift from a friend. Actually, both of these were. Look at this little Dresden. Isn't the little Dresden cute? I like that one. This one is a Jubbly-umph one. So my brother is a volunteer firefighter, and I don't know if you remember, January was pretty much the whole of Australia was on fire, and he was very, very busy, and we were very proud. So I got that one. This one is a new one. I got this one this week from my friend. Gorgeous, I love it. Crazy Plant Lady, yes I am. Another rude one. I won't show you the rude ones. Crafty Girl Gang. I think this might have been my first pin. I'm pretty sure. And then some Pilia chicken, because who doesn't like some crumb chicken? My Monstera. So yes, there we go, some pins. Behind the pin board, I have actually got this here, which are my reject pins. But I keep my reject pins because I actually use them when I'm basting to pin my backing to the carpet. One day I'll show you, but yeah, it's just crazy, but it works. And then I think, yeah, more yarn behind there, but you know, we can't see it. Okay, let's have a look down on the next shelf. So down here, oh, I'll get down here too. Down here I've got some knit fabrics, which are really nice. These are Lush fabrics. So Lush Fabrics Australia. Love her fabrics. They're just gorgeous to sew with. This is a So Sweetness bag that I made. And in here, where's the zip? In there is just all my zippers. So I've got all my zips in there. It's chocker full of zips. Need to start using some of them. I have to start thinking of some projects. And then in there are my pattern weights. So I, very school teachery of me, have just got bean bags as pattern weights, but they work perfectly. So that's my pattern weights. My zips. Okay, so down here I've got These are mostly bag patterns that I've printed out. Dress patterns, of course. These are just some things that I've made. So they're used, undo the elastic. And you can see I've just got threads and things, some needles, oh, some binding clips. This is just Velcroed on, so I can have my threads in there. So these are really handy when you need to go bind something on the couch. You can put all your things together. So, oh look, Christmas paper, some tripods. That yellow thing back there is a physio thing for my wrist because I hurt myself. I needed it. This is basically just crafty stuff. There's pliers and screwdrivers. There's also just ribbons and yeah, more craft than anything else. So that's that bit there, that wall there. And then this is actually the wall I want to change. So if I move back a little bit, I can't move back too far because it's only a tiny room. I actually want to get rid of these and put in like a sideboard unit. Does that make sense? Like a buffet? So that I can actually put things on top and I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Something better than what's there. I've been looking, but I haven't found the perfect bit of furniture for that yet. If you think you know of something, let me know because I'm a little bit stumped. I could just paint it white. I'm into white, but it's really, I don't know. And there's probably a lot of stuff there that I could really throw out as well. You know how you just tend to hold on to things because it fits in the space? Well, I do anyway. And if we move across to here, this is my little study area. So this is the office part. So in the office part, I have a box here. This box is full of projects that I'm working on. So I'm doing pretty well to have all of my UFOs fit in a box, but that's full of quilt tops that need quilting and ones that need finishing, and yeah. This painting was painted for me by my friend and she did an amazing job and I love it. It's just super, super cute. Happiness is homemade. Yeah, my gorgeous friend Kelly made me that. And this is my desk. So my desk comes from Amart. I bought it a while ago, but I'm pretty sure it's still there. Under here is my very sophisticated filing cabinet and printer underneath there. And then over this side is the shredder and the waste bin, which I probably should have emptied before doing this tour, but never mind. And then on the desk, I have plants because I love plants. This is my laptop, which I will be replacing with an actual desktop computer when it finally comes in. Tape. This is a cute little bunny. This bunny is a free pattern on the Tilda website. I've made a few of them because they're super cute. So if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen all that. This is empty. This had a quilt kit in it that I have done. Can't remember what quilt it was, but I've done it. And it's probably gone to charity, I'd say. This little saucer I got from a market. And because these don't have saucers, they drip everywhere, it sits in that. So this is a Hoya. And this Hoya is so happy that it has grown all the way up to the ceiling, and my husband has made this little climbing ladder for it, which I love. It hasn't flowered yet. Hopefully it will. He seems pretty happy. He's got gorgeous leaves. I wonder if you can see. It's terrible lighting because it's nighttime. But look at those leaves. Aren't they beautiful? It's like someone's come and splattered paint all over them, but that's just how they are. So nice. And then here is another Hoya. Look at the leaves on this one. This one is a pink princess. And it's very happy there too. He almost needs to have something to climb on too. Love him. Boring stationery. with the, what have we got, Panadol sticking out. And then I have this macrame here with a philodendron heartleaf. How cute is that? The leaves look like little hearts. So he's very happy in the window there. Then over here, I have got yet another plant. This is another Hoya. They're just so interesting. Like the leaves on this one they're just so sweet as well. And then these are more Tilda ones. These are more bunnies. The bunnies are so cute. And this is the cat. So again, all free patterns on the Tilda World website. And then a mug rug that I've made. If you don't make mug rugs, you need to start because they are so handy to have. And they're just a great way to use up your scraps. I mean, look at how tiny some of those little scraps are. And they would have gone in the bin, and instead, look, pretty, so pretty. Anyway, and it's green. Green is my favorite color. Look at me with my Gryffindor sticker. I'm going to miss my Gryffindor sticker. All right, I'm going to sit down so I can show you in my drawers. So in the drawers of the desk, I have got, what have I got? I have got my camera manual. I have got my quilter's planner and a mouse, some clips, anything else interesting in there, just mostly notepads and things. And then in this drawer, as everyone should have, chocolate, very important to have that. Hard drive, and then yeah, just more stationery type things in here. Little paper clips, IKEA family. You know what? I've had this card and never actually used it, but anyway, it's there in case one day I decide to. So yeah, that's that little drawer. Oh, and look. Here is the doorknob for my wall unit. So maybe I could fix it and paint it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I need to do something with that wall. That's my tricky wall. Okay, so down here I have a bit of a mess of cords for the printer, the computer. This over here is my shredder. Behind that is a bag of rice because I want to make some heat packs. Waste paper basket, which I probably should have emptied, but never mind. And here we have the sewing area. So this is where the old falling apart horn cabinet was. And I have replaced it with, this is the Alex desk and the Alex drawers. And it is long enough to fit both my sewing machine and my overlocker. So my sewing machine, which I love, this is her here. She's got the little removable table. It's the DC 6030. It's been brilliant, honestly. I just love this machine. Cannot fault it at all. And then in front of the machine, I've just got this little long pincushion that just sort of sits there. Very handy in taking out pins. I have so many pincushions, honestly. You'll see them all soon, I think. But anyway, over here, I've got my overlocker, which I don't use as often, but I still love her. She's an Elna 664. And I've got some threads here. So these are the threads that I love to use, the Maxi Lock threads. They're fantastic threads. Just some blacks and whites. And then above this desk, let's just shoot up here. I've got little Alice in Wonderland Mad Hatter's mini. There's a picture of my family. Up here we have another beautiful Hoya. Look at the leaves on this one, would you? This is an Indian rope Hoya. Gorgeous. And this is another doll that I've made. This is can't remember what book she's from, but she's very sweet. I really like her. She was the first one I ever did hair on, so the hair's not great, but I'll get better as I practice. And she's holding a little duck that I made for her. Okay, so, and then we've got this other gorgeous plant here, which I actually just gave a haircut because it was getting a little bit too long, so he just had a haircut. And then some back behind the jungle is a couple little pots that don't have any plants in it. These little thimbles, let me just show you these. So I picked these up at markets and I just love them. So I've got a little one with roses and a gold band, and look at this. It's a Christmas one. How could I not get this? It is so cute. It's got little markings on the inside, but yeah, just loved it when I saw that. So sweet. All right, so moving along, we've got some more minis. Rip it real good. And some feathers. Another little embroidery. This one is a print that I saw on Instagram years ago, and I actually commented on it, and the beautiful lady actually sent me a copy in the mail. So I framed it and put it up on my wall because I just love it. And then I've got a Laurie Holt strawberry, a Safe With Me safety pin. This is actually a name badge that I had. There was a challenge for a retreat that I went on that we had to do a name badge, and the winner with the cutest name badge won a prize. And I actually won a quilty box with that name badge. Anyway, this is fabric just framed, IKEA frame, just very cute. This is a little mini that a friend made for me. Green's my favorite color. There's my kiddos. Very old photo again. These guys here are now 18, Katie's 15, and Mason's 9. So this is a long time ago. And then behind here, I have got just a little bin. I really should have emptied my bins before I took you around, but you know, you'll forgive me. And then over here, I've got a stash and store. This is a new acquisition. I got this as a gift from one of my friends. I have very generous friends, can I say? So this was like an awesome gift. I love it. And then look at this. This is one thing that pretty much sold me on this desk, is if you lift this up, all of the cords are hidden behind there. Isn't that awesome? I love that. So there you go. And let's have a look in the drawers because I'm sure you want to see. Okay. This drawer. What does it have in it? It has got some elastic, a paintbrush, some machine needles, some hand needles, Velcro and elastic, a couple of little templates, some, what have we got here? Bias binding, some tools, power pack, you know, you never know when you're going to need a power pack. Turning tool. This is awesome. If you don't have one of these, maybe you should get one because it's really cool. Pincushion. This was another gift. Isn't that sweet? Happiness is handmade again. And these are just some more mug rugs because they're awesome and useful. And in this one, I have got all of my sewing machine feet, some quilting gloves, and excuse how dirty they are. I don't know, like, I'm sure fabric's clean. I'm sure of it. Anyway, quilting gloves, machine feet. I've got a couple of small rulers in here. And, oh, this This is actually made from a milk carton, and I use this, I'm actually hand quilting a quilt at the moment. And what I do is I stick a pin in here and pin the pinpoint to where I want my Baptist fan to start. And then I put a pencil in these little slits that I've got here and just sort of pivot them around, and it gives me my drawing lines to hand quilt on. So yeah, it works, you know, do what you got to do. What have I got here? I've got some pinking shears and some regular shears. These, I've got some scraps here. These need to be made into mug rugs. I think I've shown you these. I'm going to hopefully do that tomorrow. Bobbins. All my bobbins are in there. Just a little cute tin. And you can still see my marks on my carpet from where the cabinet was. Before I show you the other drawers, let me show you my chair. My husband bought me this chair for Christmas. It's a horn chair, and look at this. It's so cool. I've got a spot underneath for all my blocks. Little secret stash of blocks. Because, you know, you need a spot to put things. Okay, over here, on top of here. Now, when I bought this, I don't know where I went wrong, because I thought this was the same height, but it's not. But it still works, it's okay. So I've got my wool pressing mat and my small iron. And then I've got my bigger iron back here, so if I need to set it up, I can set up the bigger iron. And then in these drawers, what have we got? Some hat elastic, spare blades. I've got my binding clips in here. Just a few little odds and ends. And then a pattern to make. Another doll. And then in here, I've got a heap of pin cushions, most of them with pins in it, but I use pin cushions everywhere. And these are just, you know, the little bits that you stick on the front of your machine? Yeah, that's those. My crochet hooks. There's a tutorial for this in a video. If you have a look at my videos, you'll find that. This is a little sew together bag, which is full of knickknacks. It's got a little pin on here, but I couldn't go on my pin board because it's a regular, like, safety pin type one. And then I've got some projects in that one. And this was originally my sewing kit before I knew how to sew. This is actually a Tupperware container. But in here I've just got some bag hardware, another pin cushion, just little odds and ends in there now. So he lives in there. And then I'll come over to here. So behind there you can see the quilt that I'm hand quilting. So it's put there out of the way, you know, to pretend that I'm tidy. This cutting table is a creation of my husband. So it's 2 Kmart bookshelves. These legs here actually came off a massage table. So they've been recycled, and he's just built a top for me, big enough for my big mat. So there we go, it's my big mat. These are some patterns that I am trying to make. And then I've got fabric. Let's show you up here. Let's have a look. So this is a Laurie Holt pattern. It was free. I believe it's on her blog, but it will be a very long time ago, but it's really cute. And then this one is a Sue Daly pattern, and this is all paper, like English paper pieced. And I don't know if you can see how small they are. They're very tiny, and I've done matchstick quilting on that. It took forever, but it's so cute. And this is a bunny that I have actually made for a friend, but I haven't seen her yet because of the epidemic that's going on. And, oh, you're out of focus. There we go. Okay, so we've just got some fabric here. This is all Tilda fabric. I'm not slightly obsessed at all, am I? Look at this thimble bucket. Is that not the coolest? Love that. Just a few more pin cushions. This is a spool. I actually want to have a go at making my own ribbon, and I'm going to put it on there. That's the plan for that. This is the Ultimate Beginner's Quilt. I've started doing the stashing. I've still got the borders to do. I will show you that at another time. But what a great stash buster that's been, and it's come together really quick. I've really enjoyed that. So up here, this is, I think it might have been a Laurie Holt one as well, and it's the old Instagram handle. So I made this, and I think about a week later they changed it to the pinky purpley one, so totally bummed, but I still have it up here because it's cute. And then up here, this is the Thimble Blossoms one. Thimble Blossoms little mini. It's very cute, very easy. Love that. Another great scrap buster, really, isn't it? So then let's move you along. Up here is atrocious. I don't know if I can even show you anything interesting up here. Got Bag Hardware basting spray. This is for some screen printing, and that's the ink for it. Laminator. There's lots of rulers and whatnot here. This is from my old hairdressing days. This is me and Pink Panther. Buttons, buttons, buttons. That's a light box up there. Another sewing machine behind there. That's an old photo of my daughter. Isn't she a cutie? This is a little clutch that I made. That is a So Sweetness pattern as well. I do really love her patterns. That's my Donald from my childhood. And then there's some more bags and things up there that I've made. But it's all a bit messy up there. It's not great to look at, really. In that box there, I have got diaries that my dad wrote when I was growing up. And then in here is fabric. There's some finished projects in there. And more fabric. There's laces. So I've got a whole heap of different cotton laces. I particularly like cotton laces. And there's some vintage buttons. And just loads of fabric. Loads of fabric. Down there is where I keep all my scraps. So that is all my scraps in that section there. It's starting to overflow, so I'm going to need to do some scrap projects. And then here is more fabric. So most of my pre-cuts are here. And then just some yardage. Quilt backs and things are in there. Christmas fabric are all behind. And then I have got some batting. There's some AO patterns. This is all my cork. Oh, sorry. Bolt of white, because everyone needs a bolt of white. These are my corks that I have for when I do bags. Look at this gorgeous stuff. I love sewing with cork. Bit of vinyl. There's some clear vinyl there too. So yeah, so that's that. Lots of yardage and pre-cuts. Do you think I will ever sew all of this? Probably not. But it's beautiful to have. So back to this spot here, I've got some interfacing, a couple of more rulers and things. This here is the screen for the screen printing. I need to do some screen printing for work. And these are all fat quarters in these shelves here. So yeah, that's fat quarters. Moving over to this part, we've got all my threads. So I've got two things sitting side by side. So these are two separate things here. And then I have a jar as well because they don't all fit. And I can still manage to not have the right colour. It's amazing. That is a triangle mini that I made. And you might have seen that one before. That is something that my friend made for me. This one was a pattern that a lovely friend Jane made that I did. So this is all English paper piecing. And that's the first time I ever did curves as English paper piecing. And that was really fun to do. I really enjoyed that. And then we've got this one here. This one was given to me in a swap, which is really sweet. I love it. And then we're back to the door. So what have we got down here? Oh, this cabinet, I have two of these. One of these is in my bedroom full of quilts that I've made. There's a couple of quilts that I've made in here, and then mostly knit fabric at the top there. So yeah. So friends, that is my beautiful sewing room, and I just love it. It's just such a peaceful, creative space.
So there you go, that's my new room and I really love it. Thank you for coming and having a look with me, and it might change again, who knows, but I love how it is at the moment and I just can't wait to get making in here. It's just such an inspiring space, which is what I want. It's what I love. I love to sew, love to make things, and yeah, I'll be able to bring you along with me. So if you have enjoyed this video and would like to see more from me, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you join me. This has been fun. So I will see you again. Thank you so much.